when I first graduated college, people were hitting me up for life insurance. And I was like, I don't have any kids and I can get a better return. Fast forward, now that I've started a business, I actually bought a life insurance policy on my business partner. So that way, and he bought a policy on me. That way, if one of us, has an accident, passes away, then that policy can buy the shares from the other person and the business can move forward seamlessly. But without life insurance, that wouldn't be possible.
So tell me, did you have like mentors? Did you have people that inspired you early on that really kind of, maybe there was somebody in real estate that was like an idol of yours a little bit, or like somebody that kind of inspired you to get to that next level?
Yeah. So I worked at a small company and the owner had 5 rental properties. And I asked him why he has those instead of the stock market. And he said that you could retire. He wanted to retire when he was 40. And those rental properties would give cash flow every month, unlike the stock market that goes up and down. So that's what got me onto the idea. Then I went and looked for, a real estate meetup. And I was told to go look for houses that look run down. And the meetup was run by somebody named Brittany Wicks, who came to Indianapolis once a month to buy 30 properties. And once she saw that I made this app, I was using it for myself, she's like, well, I'll spend $1,000 to try any new marketing. And my jaw dropped. I was like, I'm not even trying to sell this. Like, if this was this easy to sell, I should put this on the app store. So, I had to come up with a name. And so that's kind of history there. I didn't really have any mentors in real estate besides that boss that I worked for, and my own curiosity just kind of led me to people that were doing things, which was very important because my parents were totally worried. They're like, David, we're worried. Everybody we've talked to has had this horrible story. Diane at our church inherited a property and the tenant trashed the house and left. And she didn't have insurance. So she didn't have a choice of, renting this property again. We just don't want to see you get hurt. And being around people that were doing it was so important because I do love my parents. They meant well, but I had known it was possible because I could see people doing it.
Yeah, that's funny that you say that because I always tell people, man, don't take advice from people that don't really understand what you're trying to accomplish. A lot of people tell you a lot of different things, this won't work, can't do it this way, you should do it this way. And you can always just say, hey, thank you so much for your advice, I appreciate it. But then just do the exact opposite. Never take advice from anybody more messed up than you. And, not that your parents are more messed up than you, but you get what I'm saying. I mean, like everybody's got an opinion. Everybody wants to talk about what they know, but unless they know, unless they've been through it, and look, and when you're trying a new venture, like what you were trying to accomplish and what you were trying to build and what you built, and, nobody knows if it's going to work until you try it, right? Nobody's going to know whether it's going to be good or bad until you actually go do it. And you did it. And thank God you didn't listen to other people. And,
Yes.
So you have anything to say about that? Like any comment on that?
Once my income from it increased, I had a lot of fun asking my dad if he wanted to go to a Star Trek convention in Las Vegas, which I knew he was a huge fan of. And I paid for the whole trip, the whole hotel, the whole admission. And on my mom's side, she had only been to 3 concerts in her whole life, and she loves the Beatles. So I took her to a Paul McCartney concert, again, paid for the transportation and the hotel and the concert. And that was the first time I ever did anything like that. And that was so cool because it came from what they were telling me they were afraid of. Now, I didn't say anything directly, but I in myself, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's so cool when and I think that a part of our nature, and I have a feeling that me and you probably are similar in a lot of ways, but I think in our nature, there is a piece of us that wants to prove people wrong. It's like, tell me what I can't do.
Yeah.
If I believe I can do it. Yeah, exactly. Like, tell me I can't do it. And I want to do it like 10 times more now because you told me I couldn't do it. I really want to do it now. And I want to prove. I mean, I think that's why I did okay in the beginning, was because I had a best friend that, he told me that my business was a scam and, it'll never work and I should stay in college and, just keep, doing the regular 9 to 5 thing. And I just, there was just something inside of me. I said, no, man. I said, I think this thing's going to work. I can see how people will always need financial services. They'll always need investments. They'll always need insurance. They'll always need all this stuff. And I said, I believe this thing is going to work. And the model, I believed in the model. I believed in the system. I believed in the process, all this stuff. And I said, you know what? I don't think that you're right. And I think I'm gonna give it my best. I mean, who knows what's gonna happen? You never know what's gonna happen. But
Right.
once he told me all these bad things about what I was trying to accomplish, and he was really negative, I just wanted to do it even more. And I think even today, to this day, I talk about in my book. I actually talk about this guy in my book, and I said, thank God for this guy. I mean, he changed my life. If he wasn't such a dick, right? I don't think I would have ever done what I did. He's a huge bit of the fuel that it took,
because he made you want to do it.
He made me want to do it because I was going to prove him wrong. He was such a jerk, and I wanted to prove him wrong. And that's what I did. I fought every day. I worked every day. I did what I said I was going to do every day to prove this guy wrong. And of course, I don't have any relationship with this guy anymore, but
well, he didn't do the business, and he wasn't your ideal customer either. But here's three scams that I thought were scams that definitely aren't. When I first graduated college, people were hitting me up for life insurance, and I was like, I don't have any kids, and I can get a better return. Fast forward, now that I've started a business, I actually bought a life insurance policy on my business partner. So that way, and he bought a policy on me. That way, if one of us, has an accident, passes away, then that policy can buy the shares from the other person, and the business can move forward seamlessly. But without life insurance, that wouldn't be possible. Another thing is these, the way that a lot of my customers end up buying real estate deals is they buy them for a low price. So again, if you don't understand who would want that, it sounds like a scam, but then you're like, oh no, sometimes people just want to get rid of stuff. Just like at a pawn shop, you bring a guitar, you're not getting the top dollar, but you just want to get rid of it and get the cash for it. So it's just like, you can't take advice from people who aren't really in it, or that ideal customer, because it's very hard to understand. People have different wants and needs than you do.
If you like this video and you want to watch another one, click right here. If you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.